are live here at Trillectro with one of the dopest DJs you will ever see in this planet, DJ Ice.
Hey, what's up? How are you guys?
Great. So as you probably already know by now, we're Frequent Geeks Radio, and we have a century devotion to music, and we like to uplift our community. So our biggest thing is we're music geeks, and we want to know, what type of geek are you? Are you like a yoga geek, a fashion geek, a gamer geek? What type of geek would you be?
I'm a sound geek.
A sound geek.
I'm constantly thinking of ways to like blend different sounds and create new sounds. So yeah, I'm on the range of like a producer geek, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. Producer geek. Yes. We don't have enough MCs and we don't have enough female DJs out here like really doing it. And you, I can honestly say, are doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I love the fact that you're so diverse. That's one of my things. So I know people look at you there all the time and they're probably like, well, what are you?
Yeah.
So you want to tell people a little about your background?
So I grew up in Chicago for a very small amount of time, and then when I was about 7 years old, I moved to India. I am originally from India. That's where my family is from. Ethnically, that's where I'm from, and I spent a lot of time there as a child. And then when I was about 18, I moved back to the West Coast, actually.
Wow.
I moved to California, and I spent about 5 years out there. And then I moved to DC for grad school. And I've been in DC since, so I have a lot of love for the DMV area.
Yes, yes, you better tell them. So, your Indian culture differences, how does that influence your music?
Cultural differences or Indian culture?
Indian cultural differences.
Indian culture. So in India, I would say that a lot of my upbringing has emphasized diversity. India is very diverse. Like any state you go to will have a different language. You will have like a different group in power politically.
Right.
It's just like not even a state. Like if you go into just one part of a state, you're gonna have a very, very different group of people in power. And so I lived in India from the age of 7 through the age of 18. With a small stint in the Bay Area for 2 years. So I have love for the Bay Area, but I would say most of my understanding about community and humanity and life is from my upbringing in India. And I just expect diversity. That's what it is. I just expect mixing of different influences and different sounds and different ideas about music and culture and celebration and fun.
Cool. Now, you talked a little bit about in a previous interview about how your music is really eccentric and how you like to call it genre X. Tell me a little bit more about genre X.
Whoa! First of all, I'm very impressed that you bring up genre X because genre X was just something in my mind that I was like, you know what? If it's something that comes from my heart that really emphasizes what I'm doing musically, it's this transcendence of musical categories, genres, whatever you call them, right?
Yes. So you can't no one can place you to one specific genre. You're not entitled as an EDM artist. You're not entitled as R&B bass.
Absolutely.
You're just everything. The whole melting pot of everything.
Absolutely. And so I guess I definitely think I have a lean towards more hip hop and trap sounds. But if we think about hip hop or trap music, whatever is urban American music,
right?
I guess
across the line.
Yeah, down the line. That music to me is fluid and it is compatible with a lot of other sounds. Whether you call it jazz, whether you call it reggae, whether you call it EDM, I guess, electronica house. I've been able to I think what's interesting to me is being able to mix conventional sounds with other kinds of sounds that people have very narrow ideas about. So
because you have more of a global mindset. That's what it is.
I think my global upbringing might influence that.
Yes.
Definitely.
Man, so where can we find your music?
So you can go to icecold.com, AYES, ice. It's spelled a little different because my name is Aisha and it's AYESHA. And so it's half my first name and then cold.
Yeah.
Long story of how I got there, but I got there, and so it's icecold.com or it's soundcloud.com/icecold. And I'm going to keep making mixes, and my most recent mix, the Freezer Volume 3, is a, I guess it's a demonstration of my ability to be able to combine very different kinds of music into a single mix, and that's really what inspires me and keeps me creative. It's really what makes the whole like DJ game interesting to me. It's not interesting to me to just mix it like songs at the same beats per minute or at the same sort of like musical structure. It's not interesting.
When I first heard Freeze 3, it was like, I think you started off with Monster by Mills. I was like, oh yes! And I was dancing in my room, I was naked. That's what I like to do. I was like, yes! So I was super excited to meet you here.
Yes, Queen, yes.
So yes, I'm so glad to have you. Everybody, you have to check her out. What's your Twitter and IG?
I go at Ice Cold, which is AYES, and not ICE, and then cold, like COLD. So like AYES COLD.
All right, thank you.